Now, last week we talked about the player homes in Fallout 3. Wasn't really that long of a video. It was originally going to be all the player homes in all the Fallout games, but that spiraled out of control when I realized how many homes are in New Vegas. So I figured I'd split it up into 3 different videos. One for Fallout 3, one for Fallout New Vegas, one for Fallout 4. Make it nice and easy to, well, work with and digest here. So this week's video is just going to be on the player homes of Fallout New Vegas. Almost said Fallout 4. Now, when I was doing research for this video, and for the overall video that I was going to make, and I got to the player homes in Fallout New Vegas, I realized that there were quite a few player homes that I never realized were technically player homes. What do I mean by player home? I mean a place that usually gives you the well-rested bonus, has safe storage, some crafting here and there, is customizable, or is literally handed to you as a player home, right? And there are so many in Fallout New Vegas that, quite frankly, I've always just glossed over as flavor more than anything else in this game. So, let's start off with the first player home any player probably ends up buying. And that's the Dinky Delight motel room in Fallout New Vegas, in Novac, in fact. You can go in, talk to Jeannie Mae. If you're accepted in the town or liked in the town, you get the room for free. That's it. Or, since it's the off-season, as she puts it, all you have to do is pay 100 caps and you get a hotel room. You go up the stairs outside, first room, that's yours. Not really anything too significant or unique about this room, but it's the first player home in Fallout New Vegas that you'll probably come across or get given or end up with in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just helping the town and then randomly talking to the guy and getting a free room, right? Well, because if you kill Jeannie Mae, you can go into the gift shop and get the... Doesn't matter. Any which way. Now, the room has quite a few safe containers that you can store stuff in. Although the footlocker at the end of the bed is technically bugged, depending on if that bug still exists or not. And it may or may not respawn loot, so I just wouldn't put anything in that. But it allows you to store a large amount of gear in a relatively early area that you can then take it and sell it later on without too much of a problem. And that's really about it with this hotel room. It's just a single hotel room, some, a little outcropping, TV, a bathroom, nothing too out there, wacky, zany, or anything like that. Just a nice, quick, simple little hotel room you can get really early on in Fallout New Vegas. Literally, you can run straight from Good Springs to Novac, sell some stuff that you may have collected along the way, like scrap, and then buy the hotel room, it's just cool. I love when games give you the ability that early on to go through and get a player home or a little base that you can work out of. So with the first and quickest one, well, one of the quickest ones, there's a few that are fairly quick, out of the way, let's move on to the player home everyone knows about. Now, you will have to forgive, it is like 95 in here at the moment. Power's been out all day, almost all day. And I don't have an AC or anything, so it's like 2 in the morning. Power came on just like an hour ago. Anyway, moving on to the next hotel room. Well, not hotel room. Suite, really. And that is the Lucky 38. The Lucky 38 is the really apartment that is given to the player character by house when you bring him the platinum chip. He gifts it to you so he can keep a closer eye on... fucking words. He gifts it to you so he can keep a closer eye on you when you're working for him. Nice, quick, and simple there, right? So, you get it, you go to it. It's, your master bedroom. You got some other odds and ends bedroom. A bathroom. And then you have a terminal on the wall that you can buy stuff for your suite out of. And this area right here is pretty much the midpoint. Hey, you're on the right track. You ain't really got too much game left. Go out and enjoy the side missions and the followers and companion quests. And you can come back here to you know, stow stuff, stock up on stuff, move on from it. You can even send the companions back here to hang out and, you know, live too. So that's good. You can upgrade it with better storage. You can upgrade it with better, I was going to say better workbenches, but just workbenches in general. Bridges, more, just all the different odds and ends you could ever want, you can do. Almost do. There's like no medkit things and stuff like that that I remember in the Lucky 38. Although I could be wrong. I don't really mess with that hotel suite much when I play the game. And that's that, right? Where the Novac fucking Novac hotel room was the main, hey, this is your hotel room. This is where you live now. Okay, so the next one is one of the larger player homes you can get. And this one, unlike the first one where you bought it, and unlike the Lucky 38, where it was pretty much awarded to you, this third one, 90% of people are going to take by force. And this is the Topps Presidential Suite. You can get this, the key for this suite, in one of two ways. Either by talking to Benny and he awards you the key and all that happy good shit. Most people just kill Benny, or they chase him to Caesar's camp and then kill him. Very rarely does anyone in any run ever spare Benny, but you can take the key for the suite off of his body. Now this suite is weird, and in that it's had a lot of detail put into it when 90% of people are never going to come here for like any reason at this point. It's a very large room. It's like a mix of a bar, pool hall, and apartment all in one, which is weird. There's like 2 pool tables, a bar, a custom bar in the wall and around it, and then there's a few bedrooms, and then a bathroom, and then like a small kitchenette. It's a weird room that like no one ever goes to. I do believe you can come here, and this is where Benny tries to gas you, I think. Kill you. It's that place where Benny tries to kill you one of the times. And that's really all there is to this location. There's not much more beyond that. There's a magazine here for hand-to-hand combat, and that's about it. And that is about it. Which leads us to the second one, which is why I needed to check my notes, because the second one, the next one, whatever you want to call it, is also in the Topps. Because of course it is. And that would be the High Roller Suite in the Topps. Every casino has a suite like this and is awarded to you, well, by... I mean, does the Gomorrah have one? Actually, looking down through my list, I don't think the Gomorrah has one. Food for thought, anyway. But the Topps definitely has one, and it's the High Roller Suite. They award it to you for winning a lot of money in the hotel. Most people are just gonna think, I've always thought personally that that's just flavor text. Hey, yeah, big roller, we're gonna comp your room for you. Cool, I don't have a room here, so what the fuck are you talking about, right? Actuality is that means you get a room here. And the room you get, the High Roller Suite, is actually the one Yes Man's located in, I do believe. Which is weird that Benny would have him here instead of Benny's other, like, apartment thing, but whatever. There's not really much to say about this place. There's, like, a little bar. There's a little fucking, like, lounge area. There's the bedroom. There's the bathroom. There's the big asshole in the closet that leads to the weird secret tunnels in the bowels of the Topps, which I never understood. Need to look into that one of these days for, I don't know, probably a video. But that's this hotel room. Right. And the next couple are going to be, well, the next one, I should say, which is the Bon Vinette Suite in the Ultralux, is pretty much the same thing. It's a hotel room that's awarded to you for winning a large amount of caps at the Ultralux. That's it. Safe storage isn't really the best or well marked here either. Same with the last one. It's more just flavor of you have a place to sleep, where you get the well-rested perk if you're playing hardcore. I think is what a lot of these are actually put in for, is hardcore mode, which is weird. There's not a lot of people play on hardcore mode. God, words are hard sometimes. But yeah, that's just another one of the small suites you can own in Fallout New Vegas. The next one is significantly different, and it's the first of a line of... And now we get into the safe houses of, Fallout New Vegas. First one we're going to be talking about here is the Brotherhood of Steel safe house, because I think that's actually the most unique safe house in all of Fallout New Vegas. And that's because when you first go up to the Brotherhood of Steel safe house, it looks like a shack. Just a sheet corrugated metal shack. That's it. That's all it looks like. You go inside, though, and there's the entrance to a small bunker. Made out of the same materials and the same style as the Hidden Valley bunker, too. This place has stood since pre-war. Go down in there, there's bunks, there's some resupply stuff. There's a paladin that shows up every, 3 in-game days, and you can get gear and equipment from them. I think you can also have them fix your stuff, too. But it's a great place to get power armor if you don't have power armor by this point. Even though, when you go on the one quest for the Brotherhood of Steel in the beginning anyway, you can pick up suits of power armor. But if you don't, you can pick up 2 different sets here. I think there's a set of T59 or T51. T51 and T45, I think, power armor in here. Along with some odds and ends weapons, which are always just good to have. And, of course, you can sell them, too, if you want to. And that's almost everything about the Brotherhood safe house. Little quirk of the Brotherhood safe house that I found while filming B-roll for this is that the paladin never actually disappears from the load cell. They just move to an area that's beyond the perception of the player. As such, there's a small corrugated metal room floating out in the fucking void beyond the walls of the bunker where the paladin just kind of goes to. This is actually the same with every safe house that has a character come to it to supply you. So, yeah, that's just kind of funny. So we'll move on to the next safe house here. And the next one, of course, is the Followers of the Apocalypse safe house. Pretty much same deal as the Brotherhood of Steel one, just a different overall aesthetic to it. You go in, there's supplies, there's equipment, there's odds and ends. Someone comes in, every so often a doctor, that helps you resupply. And that's it. That's it. There's not really any significant difference between any of the safe houses in this regard. You can usually get faction armor if it's one of the factions. You can usually get weapons and stuff, some ammo, and then you can get, of course, whatever the person supplying the safe house is bringing to you to begin with. But, again, these were mostly put in play, I feel, for hardcore mode, right? That way you could always have, a place in, any generalized area where you could crash and sleep and get the well-rested perk and all of that, too, So, that's the Follower of the Apocalypse safe house. It's super fucking late. The next one is Caesar's Legion safe house. Same deal, except this one's always been weird to me. Really weird. The Brotherhood's safe house is a random bunker with a shack built over it post-war. Fine, cool, makes sense. The Follower's safe house is a little old industrial building that they repurposed. Okay, cool, whatever. The Legion's safe house is pretty much a bungalow from Novac, randomly on a mountaintop, that doesn't actually have, the interior of a bungalow, but stairs that go down into a basement. That is actually where they have their safe house. It's weird to me, really weird. It's aesthetically out of place, I should say. I think that's the best way to put it. It is aesthetically out of place. If this would have been a post-war shack, I'd forgive it. It would make sense. Cool, someone wanted to get away from people. Built up here, no problem. Maybe a small pre-war cabin or something. Okay, cool, sure, whatever. Maybe a military or an infrastructure base or something. Also makes sense. But a little bungalow just randomly in a mountain like this is just weird to me. Weirder one still, though, is the New California Republic. That's the name of them. Their safe house. You usually find this safe house, especially if you're going the Murder Pass route through Black Mountain, right? It's where you go by Neil's Shack. Well, it's where you go pretty much from Good Springs over to Hidden Valley, from Hidden Valley to Neil's Shack, and then from Neil's Shack up around through the pass in the mountain that drops the stones down on you. You jump down past all of that, and you'll usually mark the NCR safe house. It looks like it's built into a cave, because it is built into a cave. But when they give you the key and you go inside, you expect, like, you know, a safe house like everything else. But you're wrong. You go further back in, and there's an entire building built into the fucking mountain. So you go inside, and it's like somewhat pre-war stuff, you know, a little dirty and dingy because the NCR doesn't know how to clean any fucking thing up. But you can get some, you know, some Ranger armor and odds and ends, and a Ranger comes by to resupply it every so often. Unique thing about this one, though, is the Ranger outside of the cell, well, inside the cell, outside the map, is actually in like a little mini cave, which is kind of funny. They're way off in the fucking distance, though, which is, it makes sense, but it's just kind of funny. Think them having their own little cave out in the distance and whatnot. But that's roundabouts it for the safe houses, if you will. Next thing I'm going to talk about is weirdly like the only location like this in all of Fallout New Vegas, which you would have thought there would have been more of these in the game, just in the entire game. And that's an actual room that you can rent to stay in. As in the hotel room in the Vault 21. Well, in the Vault 21 hotel and casino. Yeah, no, you pay to rent that room, and it's not permanently yours. You can go down, you can sleep. If you trade enough vault suits to Sarah, I think her name is, I do believe you can. This is a weird one. I think you still need to keep paying for the room, but as long as you have relations with her, have sex with her, you get the well-rested bonus from sleeping there, which is weird. Not an owned room. It's not your room. It's just a room you can rent. It's the only hotel in all of New Vegas that's actually a hotel, right? In Novac, you buy the room, and while What's-Her-Face says you can have it for just the off-season, there is no on-season, if that makes sense. So it's always yours. So that leads us into one of the DLCs. In fact, it leads us into the most hated DLC of all of Fallout. Well, all of Fallout New Vegas. I don't really much care for Nuka World. And that is the wonderful world of dead money. I hate this DLC for one specific reason, right? When I first play a Fallout game, I love to explore every fucking thing I can. To look at things, to check things out, to read things, to pick up weapons, to just see and experience the area. And Dead Money does not allow you to do that the way I like to, thanks to the fucking bomb collar. So I don't like it. Or the story is neat. I like the characters. I like Elijah. He's cool. But the overall thing with the collars just gets on my fucking nerves. Maybe if I go through and mod it so the collars don't really do anything. Maybe. Sure. Cool. Right? Because you already have the fog that stops you from running around all over the place and or puts time limits and stuff on it. So that would be okay. Right? That would be okay. But tangent aside, before I go too much into Dead Money there, the way you get into Dead Money is by going to what's referred to as the Abandoned Brotherhood of Steel bunker. Actuality, this bunker is called Bunker 13. Not to be confused with Vault 13, just Bunker 13. When you finish Dead Money and you come back, you can use this area as a little player base if you want to. Whilst you won't get well arrested from the bed because it's not technically yours, pretty much all of the storage in this cell is safe storage, including the dead body upstairs, which is just fucking weird. But, you know, you have the Sierra Madre vending machine, the chips, the vouchers, although you can only use the voucher for the chips if you've, won enough from the Sierra Madre itself, which is always weird. Quite frankly, it should just give you the ability to cash the chips in and not need to look for recipes or anything like that either. But yeah, this bunker has always been aesthetically my favorite place because it actually feels lived in. It feels like someone came in here, like the actual bunker part, not the part where the body is or any of that. But someone actually came in here, cleaned the place, and then started living in it, working on things. One of the best things I fucking love about this place is that on a table, there are some blocks set up with a laser rifle sitting on those blocks that you can tell someone was working on, and they put the laser rifle on the blocks to be able to get a better access point to work on it, right? So I just love little shit like that. It makes it feel like Elijah was living here and working here until just recently, right? It makes it feel like an actual place to me. Make a great place for like a Enclave Remnant style playthrough or something. Like this place would make a great base for that. Now with the most hated DLC out of the way, we'll move into the player home from one of the most loved DLCs in the entire franchise. I fucking love this DLC too. And quite frankly, like the best player home anyone could ever have in any post-apocalyptic setting ever, I would say. And that is the one, the only, the Sink from Old World Blues. Love this DLC, love the characters of it. And I love the base that they give you, the Sink. You have your main area with your vendor. You got your auto dock. You got the book chute, the light switches, the jukebox, the toaster, muggy, the hydroponics system, and then the actual sink. I don't think I missed anything there, although I could have, because there's a lot of NPCs that make this place livable and unique, right? Some can break stuff down for you to give you resources to use in other things. Others just heal you, or let you drink, or anything like that. It's a neat player home that is, like, progression-wise, you would go from Novac to the Strip, and then after you get to the Strip and start doing player companion quests, you'd end up here in one of the DLCs, in which case this would become your new hub home. Sucks that you can't bring NPCs here after you beat the DLC using the transporter, but it's just one of those places where it's amazing, right? You have everything you need. The place gives you multiple perks. You can get more cybernetics here. You have your own personal vendor, and you can teleport here. And I think the transportlander, which is the name of the device it's used, or as close as I can pronounce anyway, even allows you to come here over encumbered. I think, don't quote me on that. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head here. But it's an amazing player character home that feels super science fiction-y, and that a lot of people, some people don't like it because it feels too science fiction when it's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic setting, not understanding that Fallout has always been retro-futuristic from like the 1950s. So retro-futuristic of the 1950s is literally mad scientists and robo-scorpions and walking eyes and, a high-tech laboratory that has everything you could ever want or need at your disposal at your disposal for you to use. So I think aesthetically the Sink fits Fallout like a fucking glove at the end of the day. Speaking of which, you can get glove weapons in this DLC. Just actual rubber gloves in their weapons for some reason. I always found that funny. The scientist gloves. Well, that and the Saturnite fists and whatnot. Those are always cool too. But yeah, that about sums up all of the player character homes in Fallout New Vegas. And as you can see, why I didn't want to cram all of Fallout 3, all of Fallout New Vegas, and all of Fallout 4's player homes all into one. And is sweaty as fuck right now because it's like 95 in here. So I'll just give you a little hint on how Fallout 4's is going to work here. Anything talked about in promotional art, anything owned by the player character, or anything that is just expected to be owned by the player counts. If you can customize it, that's it, right? Anything beyond that, I'm just counting as hardcore, adjacent to just give you a place to sleep, and that's about it. Which means that video is going to be fairly short, like Fallout 3's was, but that's okay. Because again, this right here is just an entirely new format for me. This is like the third video I've done so far. So, still getting the hang of it. Still getting the camera set up the way it should be. Still getting the settings and stuff all done up. Figured I'd try this one in 4K since, I mean, my PC can run it. It's gonna take fucking forever to upload, but my PC can run it, so that's fine by me. But yeah, I guess I can sign off now. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If this is your first or second time here, hope you enjoyed the video. If this is your third time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated on when I post. We have memberships and stuff. $1 a month gets you access to members only stuff. $2 a month gets you early access to every video I post from now on. And that's about it. And yeah, that's about it. It's super late and I'm disconnecting super fucking hard right now. Hard to keep anything straight. I got sweat dripping off me like no fucking tomorrow. And tomorrow and the day after, it's supposed to be down in like the fucking 40s for some reason. I don't know why. Nature's fucking annoying nowadays. It needs to make up its motherfucking mind. Anyway, I'm going to hit stop recording on this. Drip down and go to bed. Because holy fuck, it's hot. See you guys in the next one.